We communicate who we are through clothing. It is fundamentally a part of what we wish to communicate about ourselves.
We used to have a system, a fashion system. That has absolutely nothing to do with the fashion industry today. It has been reinvented.
It's based on materialism. The problem is that comes at a really high price.
Garment factory collapsed, killing more than 1,000.
Clashes between clothes factory workers and riot police in Cambodia.
Last November, 112 people were killed in another major factory fire. 30,000 Chinese workers have been on strike.
Garment workers in Bangladesh paying the price for cheap clothing.
Well, the promise of globalization was that it was going to be a win-win, that consumers in the rich world would get cheaper goods and people in the poorer parts of the world would get jobs, and that those jobs would give them an opportunity to work their way out of poverty.
This enormous, rapacious industry that is generating so much profit, why is it that it is unable to support millions of its workers properly?
The actual business model is completely unsustainable. Unless you change that model, you can't change anything.
When everything is concentrated on making profits, what you see is that human rights, the environment, workers' rights get lost.
My God, we can do better than this.
Угадай, что появилось сегодня в сети.
Что? Где ты?
Здесь.
Это я.
Я здесь.
Пауль. Я просто обожаю...
Да!
Обувь.
Да!
А это мой лучший друг. Тони больше любит... В общем, вчера мы продали мое приложение...
Пауль, я люблю тебя!
Этому типу.
4 миллиона!
Все пропало. Моя мебель, ценные вещи.
Раздевайтесь!
Нет.
Да.
Тут мы еще раз написали вам правила.
Ты и дня без своего барахла не проживешь.
100 дней. Я больше не могу. Этот день никогда не кончится.
Сейчас без четверти 9.
Каждую полночь вы можете забирать одну вещь.
Чувак!
Что вы делаете?
Это пари. 100 дней без потребительства.
Вы что, эко-фрики?
А настоящую женщину с характером ты не получишь, ведь она почует, что с тобой что-то не так.
Привет.
А не хотелось бы пропустить ту часть, в которой ты еще в штанах.
Ты просто не можешь быть один.
Привет, Нана.
Пауль, я так скучала.
Но если я покупаю, чтобы быть счастливым, то о чем это говорит?
Что ты несчастлив.
Ты должен наконец это признать!
Да что признать?
Где ты был? Что было настолько важно?
Ронни, мы же можем немного изменить правила.
Кстати, это мы тоже заберем.
We spend so much time on the hunt, but nothing ever quite does it for us. And we get so wrapped up in the hunt that it kind of makes us miserable.
Black Friday shopping mania is still playing out tonight at malls across America.
High hopes of saving some big bucks on those holiday gifts.
Stores filled to the brim.
In some cases, it did turn violent.
We've, as a culture, have lost our minds.
There's no question that what it means to have achieved the American dream has increased tremendously in material terms.
This is not something that just happened yesterday. This is something that has been sold to us over the past 100 years by those that want to make a whole lot of money.
Now that's what I call a good-looking car.
You have this thing that you were obsessed about, but then the new version comes out, and now you no longer care about the one you have. In fact, the one you have is a source of dissatisfaction.
People are beginning to recognize that they've maybe been tricked.
There is no out until you become aware. You're not going to get happier by consuming more.
Ready?
I was born ready.
There's nothing wrong with consumption. The problem is compulsory consumption. We're tired of it. We're tired of acquiring things because that's what we're supposed to do.
When I heard about minimalism, it wasn't about just getting rid of my stuff. It was about taking control of my life and stop being told what to do and actually deciding what I wanted to do.
When I first started reducing the number of things in my life, I found out that I had 51 things in the entire world.
We've probably sold or donated at least 90% of our stuff.
As I started to move that stuff out, I was able to finally realize what I had sacrificed.
I don't know what the most common 3 words are in American homes. I don't know if it's I love you or if it's I want that.
This same thing that's not making us happy is also causing the degradation of our habitat.
We're going to have to give up a lot. The secret is that a lot of that we're not actually going to miss.
What I found with minimalism is it's a way of saying, let's stop the madness.